What's up everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, or welcome to the channel if you're new, and welcome to this new video in which I wanted, and I planned this video for a couple of days, I wanted to talk about the best Telegram airdrops at this point of time, alright? I know a lot of you are interested in Telegram airdrops. I've covered dogs quite often, I covered not very often at the start, so I know a lot of you are interested in that. That's why I wanted to give you my thoughts on which one of these airdrops or which one of the Telegram airdrops at this point of time. So that's like, I think, yeah, most of these also have those Telegram games, of course. They're different projects, but we'll talk about which ones I think have the most potential. Now, I gotta be honest, you probably know these, all right? These are not hidden gems or something. If you want to know more about that, let me know. I can also do some research into that. And kind of find out which ones are not played that much yet, while they do have potential, right? That's a whole different video. These are the projects in general that I think will pay out the most in total and actually have the best chance to have some sort of solid price action after the launch. So that means that, you know, ultimately I do think these are worth it to do and to keep farming. But it will, they're massively farmed already, all right? So it's not that you can get a huge paycheck. I just think that these are best to farm when we're talking about risk and reward, or in this case, work and reward. So the first one obviously is Hamster Combat. So kind of the criteria I wanted to talk about when talking about these projects are social media, and just in general, the momentum they have on social media, the hype. Which Hamster Combat is absolutely the best in, and that's also why it's on my #1 spot. I know, boring, but still. Product and any additional value, all right? So the product for Hamster Combat, look, I think the absolute key reason as to why Hamster Combat has potential is that they have a huge community and a lot of hype. They are potentially also partnered with DWF Labs, which Not and Dogs were also, and I would consider Not and Dogs, even though the price action right now is very bad, I would consider them successes. If DWF Labs is also involved with Hamster Combat, that increases the possibility of this being a success by a lot. Now, Hamster Combat, why I think it's the best one is that community and the hype. All right, it doesn't matter if they pay for all of this and if this is fake. It matters to a certain extent, but a lot of it also does feel real. All right, obviously they bought a ton of subscribers on YouTube, and obviously they bought a ton of followers on X. But the real engagement is there as well. And the real engagement is relatively high as well. And apart from that, their product, I think it's a little bit more special than other Telegram tickers. In the sense that there is a little bit more to it, and they also have a development plan on how they're going to build this out to a real Web3 game. So that's, in terms of the product, it's quite interesting as well. But that is very much why I think this has most potential, all right? And then apart from that, lastly, whether this is bought or not, that also means that they do have a ton of money they want to throw around at this. And that's something positive for the launch as well, I would say, at least initially. Later on, might be bad, but at least initially, they have a good listing planned as well on OKX, I believe. I think that's solid. Second one is Bloom. Now, I will leave links to all of these down in the description. They are not referral links, all right? I don't personally do these Telegram bots. So if you want to share your own referral links down in the comments, you can do that as well. And I'll make some sort of a selection out of a few, and I will make those as the description and the pinned comment from me so that people can get to those, all right? And you can get some referrals as well. But no, Bloom is my second one. Bloom also, in terms of social media, is doing great. 4 million followers, getting very solid engagement. Because, you know, those followers are usually fake. Engagement tells you more. And I think the engagement is good as well. And what I think is interesting about Bloom is it's a little bit smaller. And they are actually developing some sort of a product with their all-in-one Telegram application. All right, so they're building some sort of an application that allows you to do trading. It allows you to do peer-to-peer localized trading, which for a lot of people in the world is very, very useful. And in general, they're creating a decentralized exchange. So what that means is that where most of these are kind of games or just they don't have any value at all, Bloom is a little bit more of a serious and professional project, and they are actually building something. which I like. All right, so this is my number 2 spot. I have to be honest, it's kind of a shared number 2 spot because I also have Kesen on that. Kesen is more towards the Hamster Combat side, as in that it's also more like a game. All right, and they're actually developing games as well, and in that sense, I would say they're further in the development than Hamster Combat. So when you're comparing Kesen to Hamster Combat, due to Hamster Combat being played more than Kesen might actually have a little bit more potential. Also still going on right now, has less followers, but again, the engagement is still is good, right? Ending in 18 days, by the way. I like as well, kind of as the additional value I think it has. I like that they're on ton and mental. It's just a sign of a little bit more, and just in general, when you look at the overall feel of this project, they are actually trying to develop some sort of a real game world with their Meowverse, and there is a real team and real development behind this, which I like as well. Engagement is solid, like I said. It's a little bit less than Bloom and Hamster, and I also hear about it a little bit less than the other two. But in general, like this is a very solid number 2 spot shared with Bloom. Like in general, I think these three, Kesen, Bloom and Hamster Combat, have the most potential when we talk about which projects are going to be the biggest in terms of market cap. And that also helps with how much can you actually earn with them. The higher the market cap, the more people have actually earned in total, and whether the price can actually be sustained long term, which the answer is probably no. But initially, these projects do have a chance to actually pump. And then last one, I wanted to do a quick honorable mention to Toe Market Farmer. I know a lot of people in the groups have been farming this as well. Has even less followers, but good engagement. And this was actually, like you could see on Telegram, this was hyped up quite a bit. A lot of people had it in their usernames, etc. But this is over already. The snapshot was completed the 2nd of September. So we'll keep you updated on this when we will actually see some sort of a launch for this. But for now, honorable mention. I think this can have some good movement after launch as well. So those are my thoughts. Those are my top 3/top 4 Telegram airdrops at this point of time. If you do have any questions about any of them, let me know. And like I said, I'll leave the links down in the description as well. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.